and welcome back to the Peacock Homestead. I'm Elizabeth from thepeacockhomestead.com, and this is the third week for the Every Bit Counts Challenge, and Jessica is hosting that over at the Three Rivers Homestead. So this week we're going to do a few projects, and I found some tomatoes from last year in my freezer, exactly 5 pounds, go figure. And that was perfect for this recipe. I've only tried it once, but only with green tomatoes because I had so many green tomatoes last year coming out of my garden and at the last minute, and they're just pouring out of the fridge and freezer. I was like, oh my gosh, I have to do something with these. So I am going to be canning these jam jars up for 25 minutes in my steam canner. And I am also going to have the recipe on my blog if you wanted to take a peek at that at thepeacockhomestead.com. I actually had just tried this yesterday on my breakfast toast, and it was amazing. It has a hint of lemon in it, just a touch of sweetness from the brown sugar, and it is super tasty. I will be making this again and again for our pantry. And this is what I got at the farmer's market. I got some beets, collard greens, poblano peppers, and some eggplants that look kind of like volleyballs, but that's okay. I'm going to put them in my freezer with the poblano peppers and use those for future additions to our dinners and some breakfast, like in a quiche. And I'm going to can up these greens, and I'm going to also can beets with my couple of cucumbers that I harvested from my garden. I like having any kind of peppers on hand, so I saw that they had these peppers, and I had asked the farmer that was selling it, I was like, what kind are those? Because I'm not familiar with all the different kinds of peppers. And he had told me poblanos, and I was like, oh my goodness, I need to try those. So I brought them home, and I'm going to be adding them in different meals like fajitas, tacos, casseroles. For breakfast foods, I'm probably going to be putting them in a quiche or my scrambled eggs. And for the eggplants, I'll be making eggplant parmesan and lasagnas and different sauces as well. The one thing I love about the farmer's market is you can save all the seeds from their veggies and fruits. And it's fun to see how they'll do each growing season. And so I'm going to try these seeds out next year, and it'll be a really cool project and super fun. I just let them dry out on my paper plate and then store them in a container. These are the prettiest collard greens around. They are so vibrant and green, and comparing them to the store-bought ones, there is no comparison. I can collard greens all the time, and these are the most beautiful I have seen all year. I will be definitely going back to the farmer's market and getting more goodies, and I'll be looking forward to that as well. But these I'm going to blanch them first. I usually blanch them and then I pop them in my quart jars or pint jars. Today I'm going to be using quart jars, so there'll be less cans. Only 7 fit in my Presto canner. But I'm going to blanch these first and process them for 90 minutes. And for my area, I use 14 to 15 psi. This is my first time ever canning beets, and it was pretty messy, but it was worth it because I'm going to be looking forward to my pickled beets in a few weeks, and I'm super excited about it. And I also had a couple cucumbers, so I popped them in the mix, and I got a nice array of different pickled veggies. And in my next video, I'm going to be canning cowboy candy, and I'm super excited to show you all that. The Ball Blue Book of Preserving, and I'm gonna show you that on the screen right now to see what it looks like. And that is my go-to book for all of my pickles, relishes, and a lot of my canning recipes. I get it from that book right there, and you can get it right off Amazon. I actually got mine used, for just a few dollars, and it was totally worth it. For canning up collard greens, you want to blanch them first. It's easier to get them in the jars. And I'm filling them up to the first line. And I am going to add water to the first line, and then I'm going to debubble with a little chopstick. And then add water just to the first line again, because sometimes when you get the air bubbles out, the water sinks down, and that's why you want to debubble, because you want as much liquid as you can, because sometimes it siphons out in the canning process. But as long as the jar is sealed, it is safe. And for the amount of canning time, I use 90 minutes. So that's an hour and a half at 14 to 15 psi. For my last project, I'm going to be pickling some eggs with the leftover brine that I had from pickling my beets and my cucumbers. So I just boil up some eggs and I'm going to pop these in the fridge and let them marinate for at least a week, and then I will probably try one by then. It's going to be hard because I love like the bread and butter pickle brine that I made. It is going to be super tasty on those eggs. And I hope you're all having a wonderful week, and many blessings to you all, and I'll see you on the next video.